So I just got off my 4-day creative escape weekend, and I held it in Cincinnati, and had 40 women there. Oh, Spokane, Washington. That makes perfect sense, Wendy. It's hard for me to keep track of where everybody is, but yes, I've heard about your weather out there. But anyways, it got off my 4-day creative escape weekend in Cincinnati. I had 40 people attend, plus some of my regular customers who were not at the weekend event came to do some optional classes on Saturday. But the attendees of my creative escape weekend always get a goodie bag with product, Stampin' Up! Product, and then make and takes. And this year I used the Brightly Gleaming Suite. And this is just one, this collage is just one of the make and take projects that they were able to make with the supplies I gave them. So I'll be showing you more of those over the next few days or week. And I'll probably even post some on my blog as well. The paper pack seemed to go over very well. Everybody seemed to really like the suite. They liked the ornament punches, so I was happy about that. In addition, they made 8 cards and a fun mini album, which I thought would be great for a video or a Facebook Live in the near future. So, but today I want to show you a new fun fold that I learned over the weekend. And I don't have my paper in front of me, but I learned it from a friend of mine, Joyce Wilhelm, who was pretty much a scrapbooker for a very, very long time and has become much of a card maker now, thanks to Stampin' Up! In all of their very versatile and coordinating products. She really loves to be able to stamp and punch and stamp and die cut. And she's making all kinds of things. And she works very hard to raise money for cancer research. And so she's going to be hosting a little stamp camp of her own. And she wanted to teach some fun fold cards. So she had several different ones for people to try and give her some guidance as far as instructions for the stamp camp she's going to be putting on. So this is one fun fold that she found, and I believe she called it the flip-flop fold, but I'll have to double check that. But you've got a ribbon that releases it, and you can open there, and then you open this flap to a pretty inside and plenty of space to stamp or write a message. So I'm going to show you how to make this today. Okay, and I was at the weekend event, and my car gets loaded really with everything I need for my customers to put on the event. So I didn't even have my own paper and stuff with me, but my friends helped me out a great deal. I had limited supplies there for myself to use, but I had this retired real red ribbon, so I used that on the weekend. But today, my Stampin' Up! Order came, so I've got a current Stampin' Up! Real red ribbon to use. And this is a great ribbon to use for your holiday projects. I just love the feel of it, and it's very easy to work with. It's not too thick or too stiff, okay? Before I get into making that, let me show you one more I made, okay? Here was the first one with all the snowmen inside, and here's the other one I made. I love that, and I just punched it with a circle. Okay, I used the same greetings, the tree background, and on this one I put a pocket so that you could stick a gift card in there. Okay, I don't have a gift card handy, but it's probably about that size or so, right? So easy to stick a gift card in there and still have plenty of room to write a message. Okay, so let's get started. I've pre-cut a few of the pieces, and then I've got out some scraps for the rest. So, to remember this too. Let me see if I can raise you up a bit. Okay. Hi, Karen. Okay, so you are going to, and I will tell you, you're going to end up with a card that is the standard 5.5 by 4.25 inch standard size. However, you will not be able to make 2 out of 1 piece of cardstock. You're actually going to be making, let me make a little adjustment here. I'm trying to find a way to make sure we get all this in. Maybe that's a little better. So you'll only get 1 card base out of the 8.5 by 11 cardstock, okay? But it will end up being the same standard size card. You'll use the medium envelopes, okay? So you're going to start with a piece of cardstock that measures 9 3/4 inches, okay, by 5.5. Okay, 9 3/4 by 5.5. Okay, then you're going to take that, and I pre-did this, but I'll just go over it now. Then you're going to score at 4.25, and you would score at 8.5. Before my next Facebook Live, I'm going to try to adjust my stand to accommodate and so that you can see my hole trimmer. Okay, so that was, I scored at 4.25 and 8.5. Now I will tell you, when you have these folds, they're a little bit tight, so this is going to kind of raise up, bubble up. So all I'm going to do is cut off a smidgen, okay, like a 1/16 of an inch, okay. Okay, very, very small amount. And I'm doing that simply so it will lay flat, okay? And I would suggest that you use your bone folder for this, because you want nice creases for your fun fold card. Okay. And it just makes it lay better and all that. I also have a piece of cardstock that is 7 inches by, let me double check, 3 inches. 7 inches by 3 inches. Do you see how I like to use my trimmer for a ruler also? 7 inches by 3 inches. Okay, makes that really handy. And you don't have to have another separate ruler or something around. Pam, thank you for sharing. Marilyn, thank you for sharing. I see several others have jumped on here. Pam from North Carolina, Kieran's on, Cindy. Okay, glad to have you. Okay, so 3 inches by 7 inches, and you're going to score it at 3.5 inches and fold it in half. Okay, you'll want at least 1, sometimes 2, depending on how you're going to decorate your front, but 1 for the inside of this little cup, little card. And that measures 2 3/4 by 3 1/4 inches. Okay. You'll also want a piece for the inside, a plain white piece. Let me see if I have one here. Okay. And you'll want that to be 5 1/4 by 4 inches. Okay. I took my new cutter to my Creative Escape weekend and was letting people, I was letting people try it out, use their cardstock and papers, and just take it back to their seat with them. And I got really good reviews, so I was happy that I took it. I took my old one for me to work with, so I had this one available for people to try out, and that worked really well. Okay, now I do want to stamp a greeting on here, so I'm going to do that before I adhere it to the inside of the little card. And this time, I think I am going to change it up a little bit. I'm going to use Let It Snow, and I'm going to use some snowflakes there. Let me pull out. And I love this combination of Coastal Cabana, and Pool Party works very well too, and Real Red, and there is Shaded Spruce in it as well. Okay, I think that I will stamp the greeting in Real Red. Okay. And then, oh gosh, okay, I'm going to have to use this block again. I haven't unpacked. I got home last evening, was so tired, took a bath, watched a little TV, read, and went to bed. So I haven't unpacked all of my things yet. And then I got up early and worked all day till I came here. So most of my blocks are already packed up. You could even do some stamping off. Oops. Okay. Alrighty. You know what? I don't like that red on there. I'm going to restamp. No, I'm not, because we're just... I'll put this over it. Okay. I don't know why. Oh, I must be picking up some red ink there. That's what I'm doing. I thought, why is that doing that? When I stamped over the letters, I picked up some red ink. Okay. I want to get a few more in here in a lighter shade. We'll make a blizzard over here. Okay, we had a beautiful fall day in Ohio, but it is going to quickly change overnight. We're going to have lots of rain overnight, and then tomorrow it's supposed to get cooler and cooler as the day goes on, down to the low 40s or high 30s even. Okay, I'm also going to put this sentiment inside, which I should have stamped it before I adhered that, but I wasn't planning to put a sentiment in. I changed my mind. This one says, hoping this season builds heartwarming memories. Okay, awesome. Alrighty, and I can add a few more snowflakes here, just because. I'm not going to put a whole lot this time. Okay. Alrighty, so now I need to use some designer series paper for the large card, and I need to decorate the front of this little card before we put it all together. It does take a fairly good amount of your ribbon because you want it to be long enough that you can tie a bow, okay? So probably around 20 to 24 inches, depending on the ribbon that you use, okay? So I pulled some scraps. I've got scraps of Pool Party and Coastal Cabana. I've got lots of snowman and the snow falling, the mittens, and the stripes. I love that stripe. I love these trees. And another stripe. By the way, this other color is Flirty Flamingo. Okay. And then I've got all of these fun snowmen with another stripe. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do is, let's see here. I think I'm going to use this on the front. Okay, so I want to cut this down to 5 1/4 by 4 inches. I love that sentiment too, Marilyn. Okay, 5 1/4 by 4 inches. Okay, I don't know if you noticed, but one side of each of this designer series paper pack, Let It Snow, has some glitter, and it's really cool, and it doesn't even come off the paper. Excuse me, doesn't even come off the paper, which I love, but it just adds a shimmery accent. Okay, so let me put this on. Yeah, so I was in Cincinnati 4 days, got back yesterday evening, and I need to, tonight I'll be prepping for my team meeting tomorrow, so I'll drive back to Cincinnati tomorrow after work for the meeting, and then I also have, ooh, how about this? I also have classes going on in Cincinnati on Thursday, and then I'll head back late Thursday night. So a bit of a whirlwind for me. Okay, I just want to check the size of this. Okay, that's 1 1/4. So we're going to do like 1 inch right there. Okay, so 5 1/4 by 4 and 5 1/4 by 1. Okay. And if it's easier for you to open this up when you're putting these on, that's great. You just want to pay close attention to what side you're putting the DSP on. Okay. And then we need a DSP for the inside. How about if I give you a few choices here? We can do this stripe. We can do all the little snowman. Pam, I'm about an hour and 45 minutes to 2 hours, depending on what part of Cincinnati I'm going to. I used to live there until a year ago. I was there for 17 years. So I have lots of customers and lots of team members there. The snow, or we can use this one. Does anybody have a preference? First person to offer their thoughts, I'll go with that. So you have your choice of the snow, the snowman, the red stripe, or the pool party stripe, or the mittens. Mittens seem a little busy to me. Okay. It is a lot of driving. This is a terribly hectic week. Any thoughts on what you want to put on the inside? The red stripe, says Pam. Okay, you got it, Pam. By the way, I realized I have not picked the winners from, let's see, that would have been last Thursday's Facebook Live, Thursday afternoon. So I need to do that. It's probably going to be on Sunday before I get back to dealing with that and all my mailings. I also owe people some cards who ordered online last month. So I want to make sure to do that. So none of that will happen until, probably until Sunday or Monday. So I apologize for that, but it's just between all of my events on the weekend and this week, plus my Visiting Angels job, I'm running out of time and running out of steam. Okay. Oh, I like that. What do you think? I like it a lot. Okay. Oh, the snow. The snow is a good choice too. I did use that on my other cards. Absolutely all of them would be wonderful. Okay. Alrighty. So now I need to put something on the front of this. So this is how this is going to look. Okay. We can go ahead and adhere this part to the card. Now here, I would suggest you use a little bit stronger tape. like Fast Fuse if you have that, or our sticky strip. Let me just make sure I'm putting it on the right side. So I would put it right on the fold here. Okay. And then I'm also going to put it on the edge of that flap. Now remember, it's only going to go 3 inches across. Okay, at the middle. Okay. And I'm just going to eyeball it, but my goal is to center it from top to bottom, and at the same time matching up the folded edges. Okay, can you see that well? Alrighty. Now with the ribbon, okay, again, you want to have it so it's wrapped around the card and then enough that you can tie a bow with it. And I think it's helpful if you can have that ribbon stay in place. Okay, so let's leave it like that. And we'll decorate the front. And then we will, oh, I was thinking that. I'm not sure about that. Oh, how about, somebody suggested the snow. How about we do the snow here? Okay, so I need a piece that is 2 3/4 inches by 3 1/4 inch. Hi Joyce and Jeannie. So glad you are here tonight. You'll want to go back to the very beginning to see how the pieces for the fun fold are cut. Who suggested the snow, I think? Oh, Cindy, that was you. I do like how the snow is on there. And it's got the trees in the background and a stripe. Ooh, I like that a lot. Actually, this would have been fun too to put on the inside and stamp "Let It Snow" in red on top of that DSP. That's something I don't think to do very often, to stamp on DSP. Okay, oh. Let's try it and see what it looks like. Not sure this is 2 3/4 still. Okay, that's only 2 1/2, but let's just do it so we can all see what it looks like stamped on the DSP. Oh, that's pretty. I like it. What do you think? It is like opening a present. I agree. Okay, then I think what I'm going to do, I really like the way this one turned out with the punched snowman. So I think I'm going to do that again. And I'm going to use the 2 1/4 inch punch. This probably will not reach to the place I need. So I'm going to have to cut off a little bit from the bottom. Don't want to cut too much. One thing I will tell you about the new Stampin' trimmer, the scoring, well, both the cutting blade and the scoring blade, excuse me, are very different than the old Stampin' trimmer. Let's see if you can see this. First of all, it's a larger blade, and I don't know, you're not going to be able to see this on the video, I don't think, but you can actually see the cutting edges of that and how it's beveled even, okay? The other thing is on the scoring blade, remember the other one just had a plastic tip? This is actually like a metal roller wheel on there, a metal roller, okay? So you do not have to push nearly as hard when you're scoring with this new Stampin' trimmer, okay? Oh, ladies, keep jumping on. This is awesome. You are making my day. I love being on here anytime. I wish I could be on more. But it's even more fun with more people. So I appreciate you being here tonight. Okay, and I've got that. Oh, you know what's something else that might make this cute? Have you tried our new Real Red Glimmer paper? And if you're somebody who always stayed away from glitter paper, I would say you've got to try our new stuff. Look at this. It's not coming off at all. Not at all. I don't know what's different about it, but it's smoother, and honestly, it does not come off, okay? But I just happen to have one of these cut from a project I did yesterday. So let's use this on this punched piece, and this will make it pop off the page a little bit more, okay? Jeannie, I am pretty much settled in Columbus. I am getting my basement finished in the near future, and I'll be moving my craft room down there. I like it being upstairs on the main floor, but I just need more space. And in the long run, I think it'll be nice to have the finished basement. Just an extra living space if I have people over or someday have grandchildren, that kind of thing. Okay, be sure and comment because somebody is going to win this card. It's so cute. I'm just going to sound, this is going to sound selfish, but it's so cute. I hate to give it away. Okay, but I'm going to because I love you guys all so much. Okay, so how's that? Okay. Do I need to open it up or is it ready to send just like this? Okay, let me, I don't think, I have a new, I guess you call it app for, let's see here. Okay, I think I have to turn off the video before I can use the app. I was hoping it was something I could do immediately and show you, but I don't want to lose you all before I say goodbye. So thank you all for joining me. How many of you have used the Let It Snow Suite or the Let It Snow Designer Series paper? Okay, the suite has an awesome stamp set, and you can purchase it as a bundle with the Snowman Builder Punch. Love this. I've waited for a long time to get a snowman punch. Love it. Okay. And actually the people at my classes are going to be using it on Thursday. I'll give you a sneak peek of that. Okay. I'm also putting together a Let It Snow class to go. So if somebody's interested, somebody long distance is interested, that information will be coming out very soon. Another part of the Snowman Suite is this wonderful embossing folder. I'm going to open it thinking there might be less glare, but it's kind of like a knit sweater pattern, if you will. Okay. And that's a lot of fun. Here you can see the picture. Okay. All right, ladies. Oh, I'm so glad you guys love the card. Thank you so much for spending part of your Tuesday with me. I'm not going to say let it snow because it's just not the right time for me to say that. Now, come Christmas, I will be hoping for a white Christmas in Ohio. But for now, I'm going to say happy fall and good night.